show flames. He calling out names, breaking big time games. Title on the line, who's really that great? He talk move by move, plus the move backstage. You could be a day one or a first time fan. He gon' pull you in with the way he plans. Every joke, every rant, every bold recap. Got my head nodding like a crowd clap chant. When that theme hit, I know I'm locked in. Phone down, brain on, let the show begin. This my spot when the day feels rough. That one voice saying you belong with us. Race to wrestling, we don't slow down. L.Sky got the whole crowd loud. Hit that play, we gon' ride this route. Race to wrestling, shout it out. Race to wrestling, we don't tap out. Bell just rang it, the fans all shout. Hit that play, we gon' ride this route. Race to wrestling, shout it out. When I say race to, you say wrestling. Race to wrestling. When I say L-Dot, you say Sky. L-Dot, Sky. We can't stop. Race to wrestling, we don't slow down. L-Dot, Sky got the whole crowd loud. Hit that play, we gon' ride this route. Race to wrestling, shout it out. Race to wrestling, we don't tap out. Bell just rang it, the fans all shout. Hit that play, we gon' ride this route. Race to wrestling, shout it out. L.Scott, we racing now. Let's go! Yeah. Turn your volume up. L.Scott, we racing now. Let's go! Race to wrestling, we don't slow down. L.Scott got the whole crowd loud. Hit that play, we gon' ride this route. Race to wrestling, shout it out. Race to wrestling, we don't tap out. Bell just rang, hear the fans all shout. That play, we gon' ride this route. Race to wrestling, shout it out. New week, new heat. I'm tuned in, front seat. From the bell to the backseat beef. He break it all down, make a car feel deep. Storylines twist, I can't miss that talk. Champ runs up sets, every heel turn shock. From legends in the ring to the kids on the block, we all tuned in when it's L.Scott, yeah. Long drives, late nights, keep me wired. Laughs, hot takes, got the group chat fired. I feel backstage while I walk my route like I'm right
Scott
there.
Free is going live.
Let's go.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
People, welcome back to a brand new episode of the Race to Wrestling podcast. I am your host himself, L.Scott. People, I'm not going to hold you today. It is Friday. And to be honest with you, we'll try things a little bit different today. I hit to appreciate the likes, people. Hit the like button on your way in. I appreciate my people. I think that what people don't realize, I want to do today, I want to do it slightly different. We're going to do a SmackDown preview like we do every week. And a Raw recap like we do every week. I'm not going to do Raw recap today. Raw recap's on Tuesday. But what I'm going to do today, I'm going to do things a teensy bit different because I want another topic that's outside of today's episodes. And I was inspired because I saw JBL on a podcast recently, and they were talking about whether or not the Bloodline should be considered legendary. And I'm going to give people a few more minutes to get on in here. They come on in, hit the like button, share the live, people. I appreciate you. As we get in, we're going to do this. We're going to discuss whether or not we think the Bloodline should be considered legendary family. And like I say, the Samoans, we're going to put them all in one box. Catch all term. And I think my take is probably the best take in the world because it's mine. But no, to be honest with you, I think I have a pretty good argument when it comes to it. So we'll give people a few more minutes to come on in. As they do it, then we'll go ahead and get into the main subject. While we're doing that, let's go ahead and dive a little bit into the conversation of this week's episode. Like I say, we're going to talk a little bit about what's going to go down on SmackDown, which you know is pretty much a carbon copy of what happens every week. They're gonna have some segments. This is literally what they do on SmackDown every week. They had the segment set aside for Cody to come out and talk tough through his list. Seven. Since Punk has been on, Punk comes out. He's gonna give the jaw jacking with whoever. So him and Kevin Owens, I suspect, or him and Sami Zayn will jaw jack each other tonight. And then it'll be something like that. Gunther come out and y'all use him to do something with somebody that doesn't mean anything to any of us and none of us care. Side note, can I say this about Gunther? I want to say this about Gunther real fast before we move on to anything. And I have to say this. And again, this is not coming from the person who is the hugest Gunther fan. Like, I think he does his job. He doesn't supposed to be entertaining. He's supposed to be a workhorse. He's supposed to go out there and beat the hell out of you and move on. That's what he does. And he makes it look realistic. That's all I care about in wrestling. Wrestling has to look realistic, and I have to care. Being that it looks realistic at times when I see it. What I generally do with him, I say, it's fine. It just makes no sense to me. That man dominated 2025. They used that man over and over and over and over again. He beat everybody. He whooped up on there and beat them clean. That was like, God damn it, they're going to force Gunther down the throat. And then what happened? I thought for a minute that maybe they gave him a break. Like right after he retired John Cena and stuff like that, I said, well, maybe they're going to ready to give him a break. He must be ready to take a break for a minute. And when but he didn't really take a break. They just stopped showing him. And then they have him go against Nick Aldis or whatever his name is. That made no sense. I just like, it's like they're trying to find ways to hold him off until later. And this old guard, I don't know what it is about. Is it because Triple H was like the senior to these people on his way out? Like, I know if we saw Roman in 2012, I think it was 2012, something like that, 2010, some shit like that. If we first saw them at that time, it sounds like to me at some points, oh, hold on, I didn't even finish my job. Got to cut the thing off. It sounds like at some points, what Triple H is doing is almost comes off like he's trying to save all of the people that he was under him. It's like, I'm gonna make you guys stars because I know you. I just don't get it. And it's just like, to me, this inability to want to move past these people to produce something different, it just makes no sense. Like, I give AEW this, and now, like I said, I haven't watched a shit ton of their content, but I've caught enough to know that they have people they're basically developing into their own stars at the same time. Now, I get it, you got the MJFs at a certain point. You got your Darbys at a certain point. But they individually have their own following, their whole everything, and people are into it. Then you still got your Hurt Business people. You got people. And I'm just naming the people that I know. God knows for the people I don't even know about. The Kenny Omegos or whatever his name is. So, I just say for the WWE, I just don't understand what the fuck they did with Gunther. It didn't make no sense to me. It's just like they brought him in and said, okay, we don't care nothing else about him. But it is what it is. So I want to say, I just want to justice for Gunther at this point. Shit. At some point, we got to do something right by this man. But anyways, I digress. What did you say there? You said I heard Chelsea was wrestling. You know what's funny? I don't know much about Chelsea Green, but I will say this. Bravo to that sister to be able to run in them heels. It's amazing. That girl got some strong ankles out the gate. That's what I say. That's one thing I give her props for. And I'm happy to see her hold the title. To me, from what I hear, it's supposed to be her, and then I know that they got, from what I see on the screen right now, they got Chelsea time. They got Chelsea and then and Tiffany, which is funny, Chelsea time. They got Tiffany and Chelsea going against Nia and Lash tonight, from what I see on the board. I don't know if it's true or not. If it is what it is. My only critique for Nia and Lash at this point, they're doing to Lash what they do to all black people. I say this all the time. They bury you inside tag teams. So, like, y'all saw the Rumble. Y'all saw Lash showed out at the Rumble. Y'all showed Lash like y'all was ready to put some fire behind y'all. And that's why I say for all the people, again, they like to say that certain people like a Obafemi or a Trick Williams is a can't miss. I said, yes, the fuck they is a miss, because they show you all that jazz they gave Lash Legend, and now they don't do nothing with them no more at all, period. She don't get no love. Hit the like button, share it live, people. I appreciate it. Share that live. Put it out there. Let's do it. We're going to have but a few minutes today. I ain't going to hold you guys up for too long today. Normally go about an hour. I don't even see it going that long today because, like you said, we got to get prepared for the weekend. It's Friday, people. Other things that's on the card tonight before I get into the main subject, I'll give the main subject a few more minutes. This JC Jane or whatever her name is versus Paige, don't care. I just know that they got her going for a title match. Now, if they make this girl just win the title, drop it to Paige already, it was like, what was the fucking point? So I don't care about that. Meechin wrestling some other chick I've never heard of. So I don't know. It's almost like the girl hour. It's like they're top heavy with Punk and Gunther and Rhodes and all these other people. And then, boop, then it's a whole bunch of girls. Because Blake Monroe, she's supposed to have an appearance tonight. And of course, they got to make room for Danhausen. You know, they got to give their weekly weird. I don't understand why they bringing this motherfucker in shit. I don't get it, but they do it. So it is what it is. I'm not gonna sit there and fight it, but that's really the call. And then, like you say, Cody and Randy gonna probably have an interaction with each other. But again, I don't really care. I know for some people, like they said, if you came through that era when it was Nexus or whatever, when Randy had him underneath, I wasn't watching. I'm not moved by it. All that I know is that I've seen Cody come out and do that. Oh, I've seen it too many times, man. I really care. He's been sitting up there too long with no fire, nobody to sink my teeth into, no one to get excited to see him wrestle. To be honest with you, after he wrestled Roman, no one cared. Every match, every title defense he's had ever since, it was honestly no one really moved the needle. And that's unfortunate because it was such a great time for them when The Rock and that whole WrestleMania. That was the last hoorah for them. Wrestling was at a super high at that moment. They've been crashing down ever since. The only other thing I see them doing tonight is they're gonna give your customary Trick Williams. Let's do the whoop that trick. I don't care no more. You've basically snuffed out the fire of what this man was supposed to become to me already. Why he ain't on Raw with all the other big dogs makes no sense to me. Trick Williams is a freaking star sitting down there, but I think he's gonna get the singles version run of Montez Ford. I got to sneeze so bad and it won't come out. So anyways, it is what it is. I digress. There's nothing I can really say about that when it comes to a Trick. It's going to do what Trick going to do. But anyways, let's move on. Let's just get into the main topic of it. Let's move it. I got to hit my thing.
Switch that shit, Scott.
You get used to it. Don't worry about it. Main topic is, I saw this. What did you say on there? What did you say? Steamboat is overrated. You said underrated or overrated? Let me see. Steamboat. You know what it is? Hold on, shit. Hold on. I pushed it down. Oh, you said Steamboat is. I never was a Ricky the Dragon fan like that. He was alright. Let me say this. Let's get into the main topic. Main topic is, I heard JBL. He was on this podcast, and I'm gonna play a little bit of the audio real quick for my peoples, and you guys tell me what you think when you hear this. Hold on one second. That's why I have to sneeze. It will not come out. I don't know where the sneeze won't come out. Appreciate you guys. Hit the like button. Shut the live, people. All right, so this is JBL in the
back, and we're gonna act like Haku, who I think the
JBL's in a podcast with some little random dude who hating on the Bloodline.
And if we're just gonna say the quiet part out loud, the whole Bloodline's bullshit. If we're gonna go back and we're gonna act like Haku, who I think the world of, and you do too, and I hope he doesn't eat me the next time he sees me. Me footage of Haku winning a bunch of matches and being treated like a man winner in WWE.
Said, John Conrad is getting eaten by Haku right now in Tampa. It's on the internet. I would watch that.
The Bloodline historically have been mid-carders at best, and the first one that's presented not that way is Roman Reigns. And now we're going to pretend with this revisionist history like it's this great. No, it's not. Like,
What do you mean it's not? These guys, these Samoans have all been stars. I mean, there's only so many top guys. Have they been top guys?
So this is my conjecture. That's what sparked the conversation, and this is my conjecture. So let's size them up. So let's put up the family. So I did to me, being a wrestling fan, and I'll tell you, I've been a wrestling fan for 40-some years, since the 80s. This is the families. I would say the Rhodes family, the Hart family, the Von Erichs. Let me know if I'm missing anybody in your opinions when it comes to it. These are families of it. And when I say families, it's not just two people. I don't want to hear Randy as a second. I don't want to hear about second chance. I want to hear about families. So being that you have families. Now this guy, wanted to diminish the bloodline, the Samoan bloodline. He diminishes into mid-cards. Okay, so let's go to it. Let's take the Von Erichs. Other than Texas Tornado, what can someone tell me who was the star? No one ever really made it to that. They passed away too soon. The dad never, if you go back and watch the movie, even in their own interpretation of it, he never really was that dude, can't become that guy. He was trying to get close, but he never got there. He thought his kids was going to do it. They never did it. They flamed out. Mid-card is at best. Now people say, they did. No. They're not big time. Well, then let's go to the Hart family. Okay, we had Brett. Owen would be considered a mid-carder at best. And no disrespect to the dead. Jim the Anvil Nightheart, if you want to go over him, if you want to include him in, he didn't even get to that point. Danny Boy, even he was part of Hart family. He didn't get to that point. And I'm taking people who are honorary people. These are not even Hearts. He was a cokehead. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I took that shot. And you say, and the Flair. Well, let me keep going. So that's how I feel about them. So it can't be the Hart Foundation because he said, other than Roman. Okay, can't be the Hart Foundation because other than Bret. Can't be Stu Hart. Can't be him. He just was a legendary trainer. Bulldog is not that. No, he's a mid-carder at best. Bulldog is at best. So as I see those things, I can't see them. Let's go to the Rhodes family. Now, I, too, even though I found later years Dusty Rhodes stole the whole image of Dusty Rhodes, that's another story for another day. I digress. I, too, was a soul brother Dusty Rhodes fan growing up. Loved him. Couldn't stand him when he couldn't seem to get the title off of Taylor Blanchard that television title. It was going back and forth, remember it. But let's just be honest. He was a mid-carder. Very popular, very over, but he was an over mid-carder. So again, when you get down to the bloodline, we're going to have to go here. We have two people that's a part of this family that's already legendary. We have to take The Rock. He's a part of this legendary bloodline. Roman, he's legendary at this point. You have two here. What do you mean? I just was going to say about the Orton. That's just a second gen. Do he have a third gen? I don't even know his people like that. But I'm saying The Rock, Roman, two head cut. These are headliners. Actually, top 10, both of them probably. Arguably. The Rock ain't even arguably. That motherfucker top 5 all day long. We know this. So to the podcaster guy, I'm gonna have to say to him out the gate, first and foremost, out the gate, you've kind of lost when you talking about that when The Rock's sitting there anyway. We talking about royalty of wrestling. That's one. Two, let's go to the Usos. Now, hate him or love him, the Usos are going to be considered up there with the Hardy Boys, up there with the Dudley Boys, up there with the Hart Foundation, up there with the Rockers, up there with the Rock and Roll Express. They're gonna put the Usos in that category. They're part of the bloodline. See what I'm saying? It's just, to me, it is. When you start talking about the Orton, somebody brought up the Ortons in there. Okay, the Ortons is cool. Get it all day long. I know Rikishi more than I know the Randy Orton's dad. So this is my whole point when we sit back and watch it. The whole argument, the bloodline is overrated. No, I think they just probably got a little too much melanin for the dude. See, remember, people got to realize wrestling is a good old boy sport. And I can tell by the way that he talking right now, or he don't know nothing other than what he want to know. In his mind, when you talk like this, all you know is that the white people are great at everything that we do, and nobody, that's all they think. Same hillbilly ass person, don't know nothing, don't realize nothing, don't realize that all they have ever done is stifle black people. Kept them from being in that position. Not that we wasn't good enough. It's just hey, I don't want the competition, so we just block them out. That's how it rolls. But anyways, I digress. I move on from that. But that, to be honest with you, I just got to say the bloodline has to be considered top 5. And I want to know what you guys think when it comes to it. Y'all let me know what you think. And then two, if we're talking about it, if we're talking grading off of just potential alone, I get Cody. But if racism didn't come into play, and when I say racism, I know that the bloodline is not black, but they are black adjacent. Their whole persona, and we'll get into that in a second, has been nothing but black people. So being that their persona is so close, I know these good old boys don't want that, but I can definitively tell you this, if they didn't have to play race in the middle of it, Fatu would have pretty much ended up with a better career than Cody if they didn't block him. Because Fatu is amazing for his size, his energy, his ability to pivot, and Cody, Solo, the same thing. Solo is a solo star, just waiting to happen. But will they give him the shine that he deserves? I don't think so, because they're burying him down with LA Knight. I keep saying that too. See, all the stuff I keep watching, when you see people can become something, they just don't want some of these people to become stars. It just is what it is. But anyways, I digress. Side note, I did catch this whole beef with. Now, did Jay drop the N-word with a hard R? I've been looking for it. I haven't been able to find it. Did anyone see this? Anyone see this? Because if you saw it, I mean, Jay pretty much got an answer to Piper. It just is what it is, you know? But I didn't catch it. But I also know Montez. I did hear Montez drop that fire on him. He didn't like. But let's just be honest. I've been saying for years that the Usos was giving the black persona when black men couldn't do it. You said hard R, no, but he dropped it. So he hit it with the N-I. Pop, pop, A. He hit you with that one. And see, and my thing is like this. If he does, okay, my whole thing is this. My thing is, Jay, I get it. Now, first of all, Again, this is coming from an Uzo fan, and I don't get no passes when it comes to black folks. So just know that first and foremost, I am black first, black American first, second, third, last, and always. So no, you're not gonna come for the folks. So if you did that, then Jay would be on the shit list. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Somebody made a really good point. The Guerrero family, I do agree. I agree. The Rhodes family, I disagree with. I already said that. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Hold on. What did you say here? It was wrong. There you go. All right, it was wrong. I gotta hear the context though. So, but EQ92. You said the Guerrero family. I get. But even that one, Eddie is still the greatest Guerrero of all time. Eddie is the greatest of all time. I think they could be in the mix. I think that they should be in the mix. But again, I don't think that diminishes the bloodline. That one with the A, I can't ever pronounce it. That would be considered Romans people, wouldn't it? The family with the A-N-A-O, and then that crazy I. Wouldn't that be Romans people? The Rhodes family, no. The Rhodes family, I told you, Dusty is the greatest that they ever had. No, don't get me wrong. Let me take that back. I'm not disrespecting the Rhodes family because I think the Rhodes family were a legendary family. I think the Hart family was a legendary family. But what I'm using is this man's criteria that the bloodlines know more than mediocrity. If they're mediocrity, then all these guys, these other families are mediocrity. But I don't think so. I think that there's room for all of them. And I do think, like you said with the Rhodes, because Goldust doesn't give enough credit. He doesn't. And I think that he listened to too many people. He probably played Goldust far too long than he should have. So I won't disrespect the family. I just don't think that you should disrespect the bloodline. And let's just be honest. They're holding the show down. When the Hart Foundation were in wrestling, they didn't run the show. They were a part of the show, but they didn't run the show. When Dusty was running that shit, Dusty was a part of the show, but the family, Cody has eclipsed Goldust. So Goldust was never that dude by himself. Eddie was that dude, but Chavo no. Chavo at best he was okay. He was okay. I wouldn't even say he was good. He was okay. But that's just my own conjecture when it comes to it. What you say? Sean mid-card. I can see that. But nah, to me, I think that they disrespected when it came to it. But this whole thing with Jay, Cocaine Jay dropping the nigga word, and I'm just gonna go say it. Okay, Hector. Well, yeah, Hector. Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to disrespect. I think the Guerrero family should be up there. I think they don't get as much attention because they were Hispanic. It's the same thing like you ain't got no black families up here. Ain't that amazing that you ain't got no black families? That should tell you that you don't get no second gens. Hell, you don't get a first gen. That's just pretty much how they treat them. But it is what it is. Only thing else I'll say about it, I think Montez, if he ain't feeling it, that song should be validation because I've said many of times he should be very upset because everyone is allowed to do his own persona but himself. Montez ain't gotta wait for shit. Montez need to get his ass in that ring. Montez need to get up and go work because his body clock is ticking. Goddamn it, he needs to go out there and do his work right now. And I'm just gonna be honest with you, it's now or never for him. They're gonna bypass you. That window is closing. It's damn near shut at this point. Montez needs to step out there and do something today. But that's just my own personal conjecture when it comes to that. But I do think that they need to stop allowing these people to sit back and just take over the show. I do think it's messed up. They allow the bloodline to take the black persona, and then black people are not allowed to have it because that even though they have on a black persona, it still gives you. I got my clothes and shit from the mall. Like if you see Jaden look like they got jerseys and stuff from like one of those authenticated jersey stores and stuff like that. That's what Jay and Jimmy look like, right? But when OTM and what's name came out, Russ Keith got the other. Now this is some hood niggas. They were hood niggas. They came out in all black, all this bandana down. This and all this different. This is the Usos and the Bloodline. They mall thugs. But these niggas were straight out of Compton. This was these brothers. And I loved it. I had no issues with it. I don't have no issue with black men being out there trying to do their own thing. Give them brothers some airtime as much as they get. I just hate that they are the Hurt Business 2.0 because that's what they are. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that everybody can see it. Unfortunate thing, I think that they should have did one thing. Now, does he give you, I'm ready to say something, and I'm ready to say one person they should have added. It should have been a fourth member. It should have been a fourth one. Now, does this one personality-wise fit? No. He don't give you hood. But did The Rock give you We Are the Nation? No, he didn't give you that either. And it worked. So I would have said add Mello. Mello, that would have been a good look to put Mello in that group. Mello, let him get a chance to go heel. I would have done that. I swear I would have done that. And see, because he needs it right now. Because mind you, when was the last time we seen Mello really in consistency purposes? I need it for him. So I would have loved if they had just added Mello in the mix. Because mind, just look at it. So here's the bloodline. If you don't fuck it up, you got Jay, Jimmy, you got Fatu, you got Roman. So that's what, 4? That's 4 of them. And you know Zillow out here creeping. So you got 4 out there. Then you got OTM. Then you would have them 3 plus Mello. That would be 4. Boom. Right there, we go war. Then you got LA Knight and Solo still being cool with each other right now. Throw them in the mix. You got something going. It's a lot better to see that shit than to see every weekend we got to see. You know Seth Rollins had to go away. You know what it is, right? Triple H told me that, God damn it, Seth. No one cared like we thought they were going to care that you and Roman wrestled. We thought this was the time. We pivoted over out of his spot to give it to you, and no one cared. And now everybody was talking about, this is a match of a lifetime. You know, there ain't nobody talking about it. I didn't see no reviews about it. No one cared. And so when they told Triple H, said, God damn it, you got to go away for a minute. Go leave for a little bit again. And we're going to try to revamp you again and then bring you back out again. Because unfortunately, you know, it just didn't work. But I'm so sick and tired of that. What'd you say, Devin? You know what? I don't know. I said this myself. I said they're burying Solo with LA Knight. And now don't get me wrong. LA Knight been cutting the hell out of some promos. Him and Solo have been cutting the shit out of some promos. But Solo right now is a star. Everybody's there to see Solo. They're not even there to see LA Knight, but they keep trying to put LA Knight in front of him when we know they don't even like LA Knight backstage. So that should tell you what they think of Solo. They're not going to try to make him a star unless they have to. And I'm just saying, Solo's out there, keep doing your thug thizzle because you're forcing their hand, and I appreciate it. That's what I would say to him. But anyways, I digress. I don't know this, but it just, to me, it makes no sense either, you know? None of that does, but I digress. Anyways, guys, like I said, I was gonna keep a short day because all I want to do is I want to have a conversation about the bloodline, and because I honestly do think that has a lot to do with the fact that this is some Samoans and not some good old boys from Texas, some good old boys from Oklahoma, some shit like that. Or they love them Canadians too for some reason. That's it. But I digress. But anyways, guys, like I said, we do these on Tuesdays and Fridays at 5 p.m. ish. I had a co-host here. I don't know what happened to him. They just disappeared. But no, we'll be back on that day. We should be out of the doghouse by then. I'm trying to get my points back up. They was hitting me with a whole bunch of flags. I'm on 2 strikes. So right now they got me down. But I appreciate you guys for coming in. What'd you say? And chat up here. Hold on one second. What did it just say? Like right now, I'm getting a notice some of my chat hadn't appeared on my screen in the last 2 minutes. See, they just be doing things. I don't get it. It don't make no sense to me, but it is what it is. That's what they always do. But anyways, guys, I appreciate you for showing up. Much love for the family. I'll see you guys again on Tuesdays. Hopefully you guys will show up then. All right. I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. All right. I am out. Peace.